The afternoon sun streams through the windows of the school auditorium. Dust dances in the bright light beams. It is the day of the school musical. Anticipation crackles in the air, buzzing with the energy of young voices. The stage is set, a vibrant tableau of a classroom. Desks are arranged with an intentional randomness, adorned with open books and scattered papers. There's a lived-in feel, a sense of shared experiences within these walls. The students begin to fill the stage, their faces glowing with excitement. A kaleidoscope of cultures unfolds before the audience. They represent a rich tapestry of backgrounds, each thread unique and essential to the whole. Their chatter, a symphony of different languages, fills the air. This is a place where differences are celebrated, where individuality is embraced. The atmosphere vibrates with youthful energy, a potent mix of nerves and exhilaration. The musical is about to begin, a testament to the power of unity within diversity. The narrator, a charismatic student with a warm and engaging presence, steps into the spotlight. "Welcome, everyone," they announce, their voice ringing out with enthusiasm, to our school's musical extravaganza, Harmony and Diversity, a musical tale of love among students. A hush falls over the auditorium as the audience leans forward, eager to be captivated. "Tonight," the narrator continues, their voice filled with passion, "we celebrate the beauty of our differences and the extraordinary power of love to bridge any divide." The stage lights come up, illuminating two figures standing apart from the bustling crowd. Sarah, a city girl, stands with a sketchbook in her hand, her eyes reflecting a longing for connection. Across the stage, Raj, a boy from a small village, strums his guitar, his melodies hinting at unspoken dreams. Their worlds, seemingly miles apart, are about to collide. The narrator sets the stage. Our story unfolds in a school much like our own, they share, their voice drawing the audience deeper into the narrative, a place where students from all walks of life converge to learn, to grow, and to discover themselves.
Sarah, dressed in jeans and a graphic tee, steps into a single spotlight. She flips through her sketchbook, each page a vibrant explosion of color and life. The cityscape she draws pulse with energy, capturing the relentless rhythm of urban existence. She closes her eyes and begins to sing, her voice a soulful melody that echoes the city's heartbeat. The city never sleeps, she sings, her voice filled with a bittersweet longing. It throbs and it sighs, with dreams in its eyes. Her fingers trace the lines of a half-finished skyscraper, a symbol of ambition reaching for the sky. She yearns for connection, for a kindred spirit amidst the urban sprawl. But sometimes, she confesses, her voice echoing with a hint of vulnerability amidst the towering heights, "I long for a light to guide me through the night." The spotlight fades, leaving Sarah alone on the stage, surrounded by the shadows of her own creation.
On the opposite side of the stage, Raj sits serenely, cradling his acoustic guitar. He closes his eyes, and his fingers dance across the strings, coaxing out a melody as soothing as a summer breeze. His voice, warm and earthy, fills the auditorium with the gentle sounds of the countryside. The wind whispers secrets, he sings, his voice a stark contrast to Sarah's urban tones. Through fields of gold, stories yet untold. He sings of open skies, of the comforting rhythm of nature, of a life lived in harmony with the land. His music evokes a sense of peace, a stark contrast to the frenetic energy of Sarah's cityscapes. But in the stillness of the night, he reveals, his voice tinged with a quiet yearning, a longing takes flight for a love shining bright. His song speaks of a desire for connection, for someone to share the tranquility of his world.
Welcome to the first day of school. This year is going to be epic. Get ready for an unforgettable journey of learning, laughter, and maybe even a little bit of love.
The stage lights brighten, illuminating the rest of the students. They represent a spectrum of backgrounds, each with their own story to tell. Some huddle together, giggling and whispering about the upcoming school dance. Others sit alone, lost in their thoughts, their faces etched with a mixture of anticipation and uncertainty. The energy on stage shifts, mirroring the nervous excitement of the first day of school. Possibilities hang in the air, ripe with the promise of new friendships and unexpected connections. A hush falls over the students as a charismatic girl with a bright smile takes center stage.
Why would she ever be interested in him? They're from completely different worlds.
As the days turn into weeks, Sarah and Raj find themselves drawn to each other. Their shared love for music bridging the gap between their seemingly different worlds. They steal glances across the crowded hallways, their eyes meeting for fleeting moments. But their budding connection doesn't go unnoticed. Whispers follow them like shadows, fueled by prejudice and misunderstanding. Groups of students huddle together, their conversations laced with judgment and doubt. The walls of difference built on assumptions and fear threaten to separate them.
That was beautiful.
One afternoon, Sarah finds Raj in the music room, his fingers dancing over the keys of an old, slightly out-of-tune piano. The melodies seem to pour out of him, each note infused with a raw, heartfelt emotion. He doesn't notice her at first, lost in the world he creates with his music. Sarah stands silently in the doorway, captivated by the raw beauty of his music. She closes her eyes, letting the melodies wash over her, each note resonating deep within her soul. His music speaks to something within her, bridging the gap between their seemingly different worlds. Raj startles, his fingers halting mid-chord. He turns to see Sarah standing in the doorway, her eyes shining with admiration. A blush creeps up his neck as he stumbles over his words, surprised and a little flustered to find her there.
Their shared love for music becomes a bridge, connecting them in ways neither thought possible. They spend hours in the music room, their laughter echoing through the empty halls. My art begins to reflect the vibrant energy of Raj's music, my cityscapes infused with a newfound warmth and life.
Inspired by Sarah's artistic vision, I find my melodies taking on a bolder, more adventurous tone. Our differences, once perceived as obstacles, now fuel our creativity, pushing us to explore new horizons together. But our newfound happiness is fragile, a delicate bloom threatened by the whispers that follow us like shadows.
One day, while walking to class, Sarah overhears a group of students gossiping about her and Raj.
It's just a phase, one girl scoffs, rolling her eyes. They'll realize soon enough that they're too different, another adds, her voice laced with judgment. My heart sinks, the seeds of doubt taking root in my mind. I try to shake off their words, but they linger like a dark cloud, threatening to overshadow the joy I have found with Raj. The whispers intensify, fueled by a toxic mix of prejudice and misunderstanding. Raj and I find ourselves increasingly isolated, our once welcoming school now feeling like a battleground. The weight of other people's opinions bears down on us, threatening to crush our newfound love.
"What's wrong?" she asks softly, her voice filled with concern.
It's just all the whispers. They make it seem like our love is wrong, like we're destined to fail because we're different.
One evening, after a particularly grueling rehearsal for the school play, Sarah finds Raj sitting alone in the auditorium, his shoulders slumped, his usual cheerfulness replaced by a heavy sadness. Raj hesitates, reluctant to burden her with his troubles, but finally admits the pain the whispers have caused.
The school musical, once a symbol of unity and hope, becomes a source of tension and conflict. During one rehearsal, a group of students refuses to perform alongside Sarah and Raj, their faces contorted in disgust.
We won't be a part of this sham, one of them spits, his voice dripping with venom.
"Love should be pure, not tainted by differences," another shouts, their words echoing through the silent auditorium.
The harmony they had worked so hard to create shatters, leaving behind a deafening silence. Sarah and Raj stand frozen on stage, the weight of their classmates' rejection crushing them. The musical, once a beacon of hope, now reflects the ugly reality of prejudice and intolerance that threaten to tear their school apart. Their dreams of unity and acceptance seem to crumble before their eyes, leaving them feeling lost and alone. The question hangs heavy in the air. Will love be enough to overcome the deeply ingrained walls of difference?
We won't let them win. Our love is worth fighting for.
The auditorium air hangs heavy, thick with the silence of judgment. Sarah and Raj stand alone on the stage, the whispers of their classmates a sharp sting. The weight of disapproval threatens to crush their spirits. But amidst the wreckage of their shattered dreams, a spark ignites. Sarah lifts her chin, her eyes blazing with a newfound determination. She will not let prejudice silence their song. She turns to Raj, her gaze unwavering, whispering, her voice trembling with emotion. Raj, emboldened by Sarah's strength, takes her hand, their fingers intertwining in a silent vow. He picks up his acoustic guitar, the wood warm beneath his touch. They will answer the hate with the universal language of music, a song of defiance against the darkness that threatens to consume them.
We are not defined by where we come from, but by the love that burns within our hearts.
Our differences make us stronger, a tapestry of colors woven together by fate.
The stage lights shift, casting a spotlight on Sarah and Raj. They stand together, a united front against the tide of prejudice that threatens to engulf them. The first chords ring out, a powerful melody that cuts through the silence like a beacon of hope. Sarah sings, her voice clear and strong, her words hanging in the air, a challenge to the narrow-mindedness that surrounds them. Raj adds, his voice soaring above the auditorium. Their voices blend seamlessly, creating a harmony that transcends their differences, a testament to the power of love to bridge any divide.
S2, S1.
The music swells, filling the auditorium with a message of hope and unity. Sarah and Raj pour their hearts into their song, their voices echoing the dreams of a world where love knows no boundaries. Slowly, the expressions on their classmates' faces begin to soften. The seeds of doubt planted by whispers and prejudice waver as the music washes over them. They see Sarah and Raj not as symbols of difference, but as individuals united by a love that defies definition. A few students begin to tap their feet to the rhythm, their bodies swaying instinctively to the music. One by one, others join in, their voices rising in hesitant harmony. The initial resistance crumbles, replaced by a growing sense of understanding. The walls of prejudice, built on years of misinformation and fear, begin to crack. As the final notes fade, a wave of emotion sweeps through the auditorium. Applause erupts, not just for the performance, but for the courage it represents.
Look at them, all united. It's like the music washed away all the barriers.
The students, once divided by suspicion and judgment, now stand together, united by the power of music and the message it carries.
It's amazing, isn't it? How a simple melody can bring us all together.
Yes, it's like we've started a new verse in our lives, one where we truly listen to each other.
The musical, once on the brink of collapse, is reborn as a testament to the transformative power of love. Sarah and Raj, their hands still clasped together, look out at their classmates, their eyes filled with gratitude and hope.
This isn't just a finale, it's a beginning, isn't it?
Exactly. The curtain falls, marking the end of the act, but the story is far from over. A new verse has begun, one where diversity is celebrated, and love, in all its forms, takes center stage. The journey towards harmony has just begun, and the students, their hearts overflowing with music and newfound understanding, are ready to lead the way. The curtain falls slowly, marking the end of the performance. The stage lights fade to darkness, leaving behind a lingering echo of music and emotion. A hush falls over the auditorium as the audience catches its breath, still captivated by the raw power of the story they have just witnessed. Then the silence shatters. Applause erupts, thunderous and heartfelt, a wave of appreciation washing over the stage. The students, their faces flushed with the thrill of performance and the relief of overcoming adversity, emerge from the wings. They stand together, hand in hand, bowing deeply as the applause continues. The air crackles with energy, a palpable shift from the tension and judgment that had gripped the auditorium just moments before. The musical, a testament to the power of love and acceptance, has touched the hearts of everyone present. It's a collective sigh of relief, a shared understanding that transcends differences.
The applause persists, demanding an encore.
The students, their smiles wider now, their eyes shining with the joy of newfound unity, return to the stage. They launch into a final, uplifting number, a celebration of the diversity that makes their school, their community, so vibrant.
Their voices blend together, a harmonious chorus that speaks of shared dreams, of overcoming challenges, of the beauty found in embracing differences.
The auditorium transforms into a sea of swaying bodies, clapping hands and joyous faces, reflecting the spirit of unity radiating from the stage. The energy is infectious, bridging the gap between performers and audience, creating a sense of shared purpose. The walls that once divided them, built on fear and misunderstanding, crumble away, replaced by a shared love for music and a newfound respect for the power of unity.
As the final notes of the encore fade, the narrator steps forward, their voice filled with emotion. Tonight, they begin, their words echoing in the hushed auditorium, we've witnessed the transformative power of love. We've seen how love can bridge differences, heal wounds, and inspire hope. They continue, their gaze sweeping over the audience, connecting with each individual present. It reminds us that we are all interconnected, that our differences are our strengths, and that together we can create a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Their words resonate deeply, a powerful reminder of the message at the heart of the musical. The audience, their hearts touched by the performance, carries this message with them as they file out of the auditorium, a renewed sense of purpose in their steps.
The stage lights dim, signaling the end of the evening. The students, their faces glowing with the satisfaction of a performance well done, gather backstage, their laughter and chatter a testament to the bonds forged through shared experience. The musical, Harmony in Diversity, a musical tale of love among students, has served its purpose. It has challenged perceptions, sparked conversations, and planted seeds of empathy and understanding. The journey towards a more inclusive and compassionate world continues. But tonight, the students have shown that harmony is not a distant dream, but a possibility within reach. It exists in the shared laughter of friends, in the willingness to listen and learn from one another, in the courage to stand up for what is right, even when it's difficult. The true legacy of the musical lies not just in the music itself, but in the hearts it has touched, the minds it has opened, and the potential it has unleashed. As the students leave the auditorium, they carry with them the message of harmony and understanding, ready to share it with the world.